And we are live. And when I mean live tonight, look at this panel. The panel's bigger. Special guest back in the house tonight, Mr. Joey Clams. How are you, Mr. Joey?
How you doing? How are you? Pay to play it. That's what we want to do. Cash them tickets and pay to play it.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Mr. Carson, and you talk about paying the player and money. It's the money man, Mr. Carson Shear. What's up, Carson?
What's up, guys? How we doing, man? I feel like I got a horseshoe in my rear end last couple of weeks. I've gotten the number one pick in our NFL fantasy draft, and yeah, I'm ready to talk some college football tonight. I'm ready to go.
All right. And Mr. Siciliano, who's patiently waiting for 3:30 on Saturday afternoon with his Alabama Crimson Tide to who knows?
Absolutely.
Who knows what they're going to do?
I won't be sleeping Friday night too. That's for sure.
What else is going on, sis? Everybody's safe. By the way, hope everybody's safe. It was a crazy night last night over here in Jersey, this North Jersey. But how's everything with you, sis?
Like I said, I haven't talked to her since this morning, so I'll give her a shout out later on after the show. See how the kids are. Yep.
And Mr. Kirkpatrick, how are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. I want to send my thoughts and prayers out to Sis's family. You know, his daughter's house got hit hard with the rains yesterday, floods. He showed me pictures. And I want to send thoughts and prayers out to people down here in Maryland, 20 minutes away from me. A tornado hit the ground. One of my favorite restaurants that I like to enjoy and go to, a Greek and Italian place, roof got ripped apart. Thank goodness no one got hurt. Surprisingly, it was around lunchtime and the place is always busy, so there must have been warnings that it was coming. But
salute. I heard that. I like that. God bless.
Yeah. Thoughts and prayers for everybody. And before we start, let's get Carson's ticket time info out there.
Yes,
We're
sir.
patiently. I know he's waiting for those shirts.
He didn't get the shirt.
Oh my
yet.
God!
Oh no way!
Here's my excuse. Until Carson gets us a promo to put on our page for his ticket time.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold the shirts.
All right, you got a deal.
Yeah, so that's the excuse.
That is terrible.
Joey, I got to tell you this real quick. Joey, we got shirts for Carson, K&K Sports Show shirts, and Kenny received these shirts, I'm not even joking, probably in May. It's September, and he still doesn't have the shirts. Me and Sis have said...
I'm ashamed.
My God. Oh, my God.
He's waxing the table, the counter with the pledge with it.
I don't know where these shirts are.
Excuse number two is going to be when I see wear a K&K Sports Show shirt. That's when Carson will get his.
Sis.
There you go.
Sis, here we go. Now it's going to be the hurricane, the effects of the hurricane.
I got my shirt on.
I know.
Dog ate my homework.
Let's have Carson promote his show, and then we'll get rolling.
Yeah,
Let's have Carson promote his show, Kurt, and then we'll get rolling.
All right.
Yeah, if you guys like casino content, roulette, blackjack, craps, the whole 9 yards, so you guys can find me over on my YouTube channel. Tick Time, we do highlight videos. And if you guys want to catch me live on my live streams, we're live Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 Eastern Time over on Twitch. So that's where you can find all your casino and gambling needs.
Hey, Carson,
I caught some of it. I caught some of it last night, and you had a decent night last night. You were doing okay.
Yeah, it was not bad. What's up, Joey?
How you doing? Is there any way you could put that on my book so that people could see it and pick it up from there?
Yeah, sure, I can do that.
Then put it on there when you can.
Sweet.
A couple comments. Paul Rosen saying good evening from Florida. How are you, Paul?
All looking forward to our Giants next week. Paul's going to join us, Kurt, for the preview show, I believe, and then our NFL preview show. The preview before preview, the preview after our preview show, Sunday morning, the day of the Giants and Broncos.
Okay.
There you go.
And real quick, our good friend Henry Zimanoff, just almost 24 hours away till Colorado faces Ed McCaffrey's UNC Bears. That's the former Bronco, Ed McCaffrey. His quarterback going to be a hard task for each team. Knowing the Buffs will have a full crowd forced back in action, plus the debut of Ralphie the Fourth. So, a little Colorado, Pac-12. I know that this has to do with Carson because Colorado's coach became now the coach at Michigan State. It was the second year now, right? Is that correct, Carson?
Yeah, second year Mel Tucker. Yep.
So Tucker, Colorado again. Colorado's a team where they surprise you, I think, once in a while in that Pac-12. Especially at home, they're very hard to hard to beat at home. I could definitely see them winning their share in the Pac-12 this year. So, by the way, Henry's saying Ralphie the 6th, not the 4th, the 6th. All right, so let's get to this, guys. Let's get right to the games. Tonight, right out of the gate, a game I definitely want to watch. My old head coach, Gus Malzahn, he's now in USC. Way to start the Thursday night affair. Boise State at UCF. Right now, UCF is a 6.5-point home favorite. I'm going to start with our special guest, Joey Clams. What do you like in this game, Boise State, UCF?
Well, I like UCF. I would have liked to get it when it was at 5. Right now, it's rising to 6.5. I would lay the 6.5, and I go with UCF. I wouldn't. Once it goes to 7, I'll be on the sidelines then on the game. It'll be a pass for me.
Okay, so
but if I had it better right now,
okay.
I'd lay the 6.5.
All right, Kenny.
I'm with Joey here because you got Gus Malzahn's first game at UCF. We all know what he did at Auburn. Now he's over at UCF, taking a step back, school-wise. I don't see him losing at home. All due respect, my good friend Blake Kelch, Boise State alumni. I think it's going to be too tough of a game for them to travel cross country to Florida, and I can see them winning by at least 7, like Joey said. So I would lay the points as well.
Okay. Carson, what about you?
Yeah, I'm with both of them. I think UCF at home, first game of the season, they're going to get riled up. I'm going to go with them. I'm going to take UCF as well.
By the way, Zoli's saying, "What's up, fellas? Glad to see your minds won't be on the fantasy football draft." Nice, and he's a little crying emoji. Sis, where are you going tonight?
Zoli was in the finals last year against Bobby, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Zoli won the whole thing.
Zoli won the whole thing. That's right. I'm sorry, it wasn't Bobby. Zoli.
Hey, Kurt, I got one more thing I wanted to say.
Sure.
The only thing about UCF, the defense can't stop a nosebleed. I worry about the backdoor cover.
Okay. Good point. Yeah. Sis, where are you going to go tonight?
That's UCF, but I would money line. I wouldn't be laying any points.
Okay, so you like the money. You like the money line. Yep. I'm with you too, Sis. I'm going to be honest. Like I would take if we're taking this game, I'm going to go with everybody else. I'm going to take UCF. I think they win, but just what Joey said, I wouldn't trust their defense at all. Like up 10 points or anything like that, I would not trust them at all. But it's a clean sweep. We all think UCF and Gus Malzahn's going to get win number 1 with UCF. Another good game tonight. Definitely be watching that at 8 o'clock. Carson will probably be a little interested in it. A little Big Ten action. Ohio State is a 13.5-point favorite at Minnesota, Carson. What do you like in this game?
It's crazy. Kenny told me to review Ohio State's season a couple weeks ago, and I said undefeated, but I looked more into this game, and I'm not going to sleep on Minnesota, especially if it's the first game of the year. The fans are going to be riled up back in the stadium. This is my underdog pick of the night. I'm going to actually take Minnesota to outright upset Ohio State tonight. Call me crazy, but I think the Golden Gophers are going to get it done tonight.
Sis, what about you after that bold statement, Sis?
I'm on the wagon with the Carson. They're going to get beat tonight.
Woo!
I don't even want the 14 points.
Wow, Joey, what do you got?
I gave out Minnesota plus the 14.5 points the other day. They got a solid team. The only thing is their defense. They give up a lot of points, and Ohio State's got a new quarterback coming in. And I think they're going to run the ball. And we also went on the under 65 in the total with this game.
Okay. I am going to go. Oh, you guys are making me. You know what? I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get sucked into it. I'm going to stay with my gut. I'm going to stay Oklahoma. I'm going to go Ohio State. I just don't know why, I don't think this coach ever lost a Big Ten game. Is that correct, Carson? Since he's been
I don't
there?
believe so either. No, I think he has.
I just don't think they're going to do it. I do agree that you guys, the crowd's going to be fired up. Quarterbacks back. I think Minnesota's got all 5 linemen back. But I could see, a 7-point game, and now Ohio State scores late. I will take Ohio State. I would money line, like Sis would say. I would like to money line. I don't think they're going to get beat, but I would have to go with the 13.5, but I would not love it. Kenny.
I'm going to go Minnesota. But Ohio State's going to pull out a squeaker. It's one of them things, and we'll get into Clemson a little later, but you got to replace Justin Fields. And this is the first game for this quarterback replacing Justin Fields. So if you're going to catch Ohio State on an off day, I believe it's week 1. And Minnesota, we had our good friend Caleb Davis on yesterday. His Big Ten sleeper was Minnesota, and I looked a little more into it. I like this Minnesota team a little bit, so I could see them easily covering the spread, and it would not wouldn't be the shocker of the world if they beat Ohio State. I will definitely take the points. I could see Ohio State winning by about 7.
Okay. We'll go to tomorrow night. There's more action tonight, but I'm just picking the better games because I got a lot to pick. So we got to go tomorrow night. Number 10, North Carolina at Virginia Tech. Sis, I'm going to start this with you. North Carolina is a 6.5-point favorite.
Woodshed.
Who?
He's got his North Carolina blue on too. Look at him.
That's a Woodshed.
So you're going you're going North Carolina.
Virginia Tech has nothing. I did my homework.
Okay. Sis. Kenny. I'm sorry, Kenny.
Echoing Sis's words, I'm going Woodshed here. I got North Carolina laying the points. I think they win by double digits easily.
Okay, I will go next. There's just I had North Carolina last year at Virginia on the road, got beat. Somewhere else on the road, got beat. I will never lay a 0.5 point with North Carolina on the road. I don't trust them. I don't want to hear about Mac Brown, but I think Virginia Tech will probably just run the ball. North Carolina can't. I'm sorry. I cannot take this team on the road. I'm taking Virginia Tech with the points. Joey.
You read my mind. Mac Brown on the road, I don't trust him. That's too many points for the home team. North Carolina lost a lot of weapons. They lost two of their running backs. So I'm going to see this could be a tight game, close, a 3-point, 4-point game, close, and I'm going to take the Hokies at home. Virginia
I agree.
Tech.
Love it. And Mr. Carson.
Yeah, I'm with Joey and Kurt here. I think Virginia Tech is kind of overlooked this year, and that's a good point Joey made. They had a lot of offensive weapons. North Carolina, they've had some great years in the past, but I think Virginia Tech at home, I think they're being overlooked. I'm going to go with just money line here, Virginia Tech, but I would not take the points in this game. I think it's going to be I wouldn't trust the points here.
And you know what, Carson? Like you guys talk about like the fans rocking. I mean, that place is going to be rocking. That place is one of the toughest places to play. I just don't trust them on the road.
Virginia Tech's getting the points at home, right?
Yeah, Virginia Tech's getting 6.5.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get a little Big Ten action, and you know what? We're going to get right to our money man Carson's team. Michigan State tomorrow night on the road at Northwestern. Northwestern is a 3.5-point favorite. Carson, Michigan State, do you guys get the upset, or are you guys going to start 0-1?
I think there's no way in hell I can ever go against my Spartans. I'm going go green, go white all day long. Northwestern, they had a great year last year. We actually were one of the few teams that actually did beat them. They're on the road. It's going to be a close game, but I think my Spartans are going to pull it off. I'm going to go with Michigan State here. Just money line.
Kenny.
Even though I got Northwestern purple on today, I'm going with Michigan State. Remember, this was my disappointment yesterday in the Big Ten, Northwestern. And not taking anything away from Pat Fitzgerald. I love the guy. I love the coach. Love what he's doing at that program. But that's a program, in my opinion, that can't do it every year. And they got to rebuild, and it's going to take a year or two to get that rebuilding back before they have that year. I could see them being third or fourth in their division this year. I think not only Michigan State covers, I think they do get the outright upset as well.
Sis.
Money line, Michigan State.
Let's go.
Joey, I mean, I'm going to go opposite of these guys. I am going to take Northwestern minus the 3.5. I think it's going to be payback from last year because I remember because I had Northwestern and Michigan State cost me. But I think it's a little payback last year. Close game. I think Michigan State keeps it close, but I could see a 4 to 7 point victory from Northwestern. Sorry, Carson. I'm going.
That's all good.
Northwestern. Joey Clams, you with me or you're not with me?
No, well, this line opened at Northwestern 7, so the good number is gone. But I got to take Michigan State plus the 3.5. Northwestern lost a lot. They lost a lot of good players up front on the line, and like he said before, they don't reload, they rebuild. They don't recruit right away. They don't have that recruiting class. So he is a great coach, and he's a rebuilder. They're not, like Ohio State reloads. So I'm going to take Michigan State plus the 3.5 points.
Okay.
Nice.
Now we move to Saturday. We got a lot of action Saturday. I'm going to start with number 2 Oklahoma at Tulane. Sis, I will use your words right now. Woodshed, this might be 31 by the half. I think they put up 60 points. No joke. I think they're going to put up 57 to 60 points, and I think they're going to just blow Tulane out. And Rattler's Heisman campaign starts with something 6 or 7, maybe 8 touchdowns right out of the gate. So I'm going Oklahoma laying the 31.5. Kenny.
I want to go. I didn't know this game was going to be. You surprised me by putting this game on, so I will go Tulane for all those people in Louisiana, hoping that they're doing well down there. I'm going to go with a backdoor cover from Tulane in the second half, and Tulane loses by 28 to 30 points. I'm going to take Tulane covering the spread.
Joey Clams, what do you got?
Well, this game was moved from Tulane to another spot, and it went from 23.5 up to 31. It moved about 8 points. I'm gonna take Oklahoma because I think they got a really good team, and they're gonna run up the score. That's like a bully team. That's what they're gonna do. That happens on the opening day. They run up the score. They want those points. They want to get, they want to stay in the top rankings. I could see this game being like 52 to 7.
Yes, I agree. Our good friend Scott Cole saying loving seeing the early conference matchups happening this season. Absolutely. A lot of great ones right out of the gate. Carson, 31.5 points for Oklahoma. Do they cover the 31.5?
I think they do. I'm with Kenny here. The Oklahoma's, they're going to be in contention for the playoff. I think Spencer Rattler's going to have a great year, but they've had some question marks on defense. They give up a lot of points. I think Oklahoma's going to win, but I don't know by 31.5. So I'm going to go with Tulane with the points on this one.
And Mr. Sis.
I would money line Oklahoma, would not give out 31.
If you had to, though, pick one of the two. I'm saying if you had to pick this one, would you give them or take them?
I would definitely lay the points if I had to. But again, it's a lot of wood.
Money line's about $3,000.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
To win 100. You got to put up 3,000 to win 100.
Again, you're not joking. I hear you. That's exactly what it probably is.
Scott Cole saying that's a big spread at 31. He would go Tulane himself. So he's with Kenny and
Me
Carson.
too, Scott. Absolutely.
The Big Ten game of the week, right out of the gate, Penn State, Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a 5.5 point favorite at home. Joey, I will start with you.
Penn State's going to have the lead, and they're going to blow it at the end, but they're going to cover. Give me Penn State plus the 5.5 points.
Okay. Kenny, what about you? By the way, Marty, before I get to you, Kenny, intercept your lunch. Marty's saying Penn State, Penn State, Penn State. Take them straight out. So he wants them straight out. Kenny, where are you going?
And you're going to put me on the spot here against Marty right there when you just – I was going to go Wisconsin. I think this team is going to have a nice solid year. on the Big Ten, and I'm not sold on Penn State. They got to sell me it, Marty. Sell me it on Saturday. Until I see it, I got to go Wisconsin. I'm going to lay the points Wisconsin at home.
Kenny, you know what? I'm going to go right with you. It was when I came out too, it was like, wow, what a great matchup. But again, Penn State on the road. They lost a lot last year. Franklin's under the gun a little bit this year. I know Clifford's back and they got they got a couple things back, but on the road, it is tough to win in Wisconsin. You know what Wisconsin's going to do. They're going to run the ball at Penn State. It's going to be a low-scoring game, but I will take Wisconsin. By the way, Matt Staffiero saying, good evening, gentlemen. I will take Kenny. Me and Kenny never agree, but I'm agreeing with you on this one. Sis, what do you got?
Wisconsin. Penn State's not the same team they were 2 years ago. Wisconsin.
And our Big Ten guy, Mr. Carson, where are you going to go on this one?
Yeah, I've seen Wisconsin way too many times over the years. They are one of the toughest teams in the Big Ten, especially at home. I think they're on the come up. They're ranked for a reason. I'm going to go points all day with Wisconsin here. I don't think it's going to be even close. Sorry, Marty. But I think with Sis, I think Penn State, they got a lot of work to do. They're coming off one of their worst seasons. I think it's going to take them a few years to get back to where they were.
Yep, absolutely.
Matt Staffiero is saying Penn State falls here. I don't have a spread on this game, but let's just pick the winner of this one for our friends here. Temple and Rutgers. Kenny, who wins this game?
Rutgers.
I think Rutgers was
Carson and I in Clams over in New York. You're in New York, Joe, or New Jersey?
I'm in Jersey. The line was 10, I heard, but it can't.
For the line is 10 for Carson and I can wager on the game. I'm going to go Rutgers. Rutgers is going to make a statement here. I'm going to go Rutgers big, 14 points.
All right, so we'll go with Joey. We're going to go with Joe's line of 10, Sis. So if the line's 10, Matt Staffiero saying Rutgers. Sis, what would you do? Would you lay to 10 with Rutgers?
Yeah, Rutgers is tough. They're going to be tough.
Okay.
Yep.
Carson, what about you?
I'm going to go Rutgers, but I don't really trust the points here. I think they're on the come up in the Big Ten. They've had a couple promising moments last year. They beat my Spartans, but 10 points, I don't know about that. I would just go money line Rutgers, but I would not trust the points here.
Okay. Joey Clams, what about you?
Well, yeah, it's Rutgers. You know what I'm saying? Who are they to lay 10?
Right.
Temple has a good, pretty good program. I'm on the side. I'm on the sidelines on this game, but I'll take Temple. I'll take Temple plus the points.
All right, and I am going to go.
Coach Breslin's not listening, thank goodness.
No, thank God he's not listening to that.
Joey said, "Who are they to late?"
I am gonna go with. You know what? I'm gonna go against Joey Clams on this one. I like what Kenny said with Rutgers, and I think they are gonna kind of like, okay, hey, make a little statement here. We're home. We're gonna win big, and set the tone for the season. Again, I don't love it. I would money line it just like Carson says it, but I think Rutgers. Listen, this is a must-win for Rutgers. We went over their schedule last night. If they don't win this game, they're in trouble for the rest of the season because
this is the game. If you put money down, you got to hold your nose.
Oh, absolutely. Just do what Sis does and look at the scoreboard the next day because you can't watch it. It would get ugly with that.
It's like you're walking the dog park. Walk the other way.
Scott's saying if you're going points, he's going to take Temple. Now here we go. 3:30. 3:30. Marty saying I did join a few minutes late, assuming Sis's face was right smack next to Miami U, right? Here we go. 3:30. The line is now 19 and a half. 19 and a half. Number 1 Alabama versus number 14 Miami. I'm gonna give Sis the baton. Second to last. We're gonna be realistic first. We're gonna start with Carson. What do you think?
I'm thinking of a word that starts with a W. Sis is going to approve of this. It's not going to be a contest. Alabama by a million. I I think, they're just going to blow out Miami. I don't see any chance that Miami can hold their ground against them. I would go 19.5 all day with Alabama.
Matt Staffiero saying Bama by 14 plus. Paul Rosen saying Bama all day. I will echo this. This game, Miami's going to be yada yada. They're going to be up and down. Blah, 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 blah. Alabama's going to run the ball right down their throat. They're not going to have an answer. What's the guy? The quarterback King's going to be running around, throwing the ball up for grabs. I'm going to make this score only because it's the first week and they caught Alabama early. I'm going to say 41-13 Alabama. Joey Clams, what do you got?
The line's 19.5 right now. By kickoff, I guarantee it'll get up to 22. You know, it'll just be a lot of money moving it too. But Miami's got a lot of athletes. But when they play against other athletes, they get, like Alabama's got athletes all over. Alabama's going to blow the doors off.
So
they can't stop anybody, Miami. And, you know, they're more athletes than football players.
Right.
And Alabama's both. Alabama's football players and athletes. So
and you know what?
That's a no-win situation for Miami.
Alabama's going to just physical them and just go right down their throat. And that's what I would be afraid of with Miami. Now, listen to this, Sis, before we get your prediction. John Beelan saying Miami straight up. What about that, Sis?
Attaboy, John.
What about that, Sis? Beelan's calling for the outright upset.
Attaboy, John.
First of all, I'll start out with he knows absolutely nothing about college football. He's a Jet fan. He's a Jet fan. He's a nice guy. Knows absolutely nothing about college football. So
I disagree.
Well, Sis didn't make his prediction.
Here's my prediction. Watch this coin flip. As soon as that coin is flipped, the game's over.
That's it. That's it.
I disagree. I went Beelan.
Wow.
And let me explain why. I'm not doing this because I'm a homer, because I'm a Miami fan. I'm going to explain. And I explained this yesterday, but Joey and Carson weren't with us. Mac Jones just got the starting job in New England. Patrick Surtain over in Denver, looking like a stud corner. Devontae Smith, we know, we truly believe he's going to be a good NFL pro. Jalen Waddle, the speed over there. And last but not least, Najee Harris, starting running back. I know Joey Clams said reload, and that's what obviously I 100% agree. But if you're going to catch a Bama team not on its A-plus game, which they will be on every other week of the year, it's going to be week 1. Because of all these guys that got to replace those 5 guys.
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate for you here. They did have about 10 months to prepare for this, though. You know that, right?
Yes.
Well,
so did Miami.
Well, but the talent
Miami's
level,
got
the talent level is so
back
different.
who's a Heisman candidate. I'm happy the whole world besides me and Beelan is picking Bama.
So
the difference between
because you're going to post on our page my FanDuel bet I'm sending you tomorrow, Kurt.
The difference between Alabama and
and
everybody else, their third string
Alabama
players
be prepared.
could start at any college in the country. That's the difference with Alabama.
It's a coaching mismatch, this game. Coaching mismatch.
Yes.
This guy's too good of a coach to be unprepared.
Right.
Beelan, if you're listening, there will be my proof of my wager will be on the K&K Sports Show's webpage.
Yeah.
So your official pick, Kenny, is what?
Miami. With the points, for sure. And I'm going to sprinkle a few dollars on the money line.
Is that is that money coming
That's
through
a
me?
waste of money.
Is that
That's a
money
waste
coming
of
through
money.
me? Because I'm going to hold that money if you give me anything to put
Yeah,
on
you
Miami.
should. You should sit on that.
Ricky's saying, wait, did I hear bets? Yes, we hear bets. We got bets.
Ricky's doing much better. I talked to him a little bit. He's home from the hospital. I don't want to say much better, but great that you're home from the hospital and speedy recovery.
Awesome.
That's good to hear.
Not going to
God
get
bless.
into details, but it wasn't COVID, guys. That's all I'll say.
Well, good. That's getting into details. But other than
No,
that,
but everybody, when you're in the hospital, people are going to think,
no, of course.
But he didn't have COVID.
Congratulations! I'm glad Ricky's home. I'm glad he's home. Matt Staffiero saying, to Kenny's point, game day reps are nothing like practice reps. Game time chemistry is different than practice. So again, you know what? Joey hit it too. We didn't even talk about that. Diaz compared to Nick Saban. I mean, that's an ugly matchup for you, Kenny. That's an ugly matchup for you on Saturday. So I don't know how you're going to survive that one.
These five kids, and you got one of them there in Denver, Kurt, that you're going to be happy with for the next 10 years.
I got two of them. I got Judy and Sertan.
You got a stud there, and they reload, like Clam said. They reload. Obviously, I'd be lying and looking like a fool if I said they didn't reload. But if you're going to catch them on an off week, and it's a big if, but that's the reason why I'm taking a chance. That's why it's called gambling. I'm going to take the chance that they come out a little stale at the beginning of the game.
Okay, I got to see Sis's face on this one. Sis, you got a comment coming your way. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
This is from John Beelan. I'm going to get Sis a Miami hat when they beat Bama.
Right. And tell Beelan from me that I'm going to send him an Alabama jersey when Alabama wins another national championship.
Okay. All right. Next Saturday game. Another great game. Number 17, Indiana at number 18, Iowa. Iowa right now is a 3.5-point favorite. Carson, Big Ten guy, where are you going on this one?
Yeah, this is probably the best Big Ten matchup of the week. I hate this game because I can't pick a team. I mean, both teams are evenly matched. Iowa is one of the best teams in the Big Ten at home, and Indiana, they had a great season last year, and they got their good playing quarterback too. So I would stay away from this game. I don't like this game. I think it's a toss-up and a coin flip for either team. If I were to pick, I'd go Iowa just because they're home.
Okay, I'm going to go with Matt Staffiero, and he's with you. He's saying Iowa in a slobber knocker. I agree. The difference is that they're home. Physical, I think they're going to slow down Penix. They'll run the ball, play their kind of football. I'm going to take Iowa. Joey Clams, where are you going?
I gave this out minus 2.5 when it was 2.5, taking Iowa in an ugly game. I think Indiana comes back to reality a little bit, and Iowa's just going to play ugly and boring, and it just could wind down and hopefully win by 4 points. That's what I'm going with the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Sis.
Yeah, like Joey says, this is just going to be like, punch in the mouth, get back up, punch in the mouth, get back up. Drag out type of game. I'll say it'll be a low-scoring game, 21-14.
Iowa?
Yeah.
Okay, and Kenny, you going to sweep the board?
What was the spread again?
3.5. 3.5.
What is it?
3.5.
2.5?
No, 3.5.
4.5. I'm taking
it's
Indiana.
3.5.
3.5.
3.5. This must be something in Maryland air here because you got marbles in your mouth over there.
Take the cotton out of your ears.
This is the game where it's a 3-point game either way. So I'm taking the hook. I'm throwing the hook out, and I'm taking Indiana plus the 3.5. Don't get caught in the bait and take that half. This is the game where the half screws you. So if you want, buy a point here and take Iowa, but at 3.5, I'm all over Indiana.
Okay,
This
Kenny,
is going to be a 3-point game either way, in my opinion.
Kenny, what time did you and Beelan talk? Because Beelan just said Indiana continue from last year. So you and Beelan are on the same page tonight.
Yep.
All right, couple more games. Number 23, Louisiana at number 21, Texas. Texas is a 9.5-point favorite. I am going to start with Kenny on this one.
Last year, they pulled off the upset of the year, possibly, when they beat Iowa State. Don't think they're going to do it against Texas, but I think they're going to get a backdoor cover. I'm going to take the Raging Cajuns backdoor cover in this game.
Okay.
Losing by 7 to 9 points.
Carson, what about you?
Yeah, I'm with Kenny on this one. I'm going to go upset money line Louisiana Lafayette.
Wow.
I just don't trust Texas at home. I really don't. I'm going to go Louisiana here, another upset.
You know what, Carson? I agree with you. This is hard because I just don't trust Texas at all. Matt Stafford, I was saying Texas, although I'd love them to drop the ball. LOL. I'm gonna go with Matt, and I'm gonna go Texas. Sarkisian's opening day, and they got this running back Robinson, who might be the best running back in the country. I don't know if you guys ever watched him, but in his in his freshman year last year, when I call it freshman year, he had something like 800 yards in a very shortened season. I think that Louisiana's not going to be able to stop the physical play of Texas. I'm going to reluctantly take Texas minus the points. Joey.
I'm going Louisiana plus the points. They're hungry. They're an up and coming team. They're a dangerous team to play for. He's recruiting good, and I think I don't even think Texas is hungry enough. They haven't showed me nothing in the last couple of years. You know what? Louisiana is a tough team. I'm going Louisiana.
It's a lot of
plus
points.
the points and to win outright too.
Whew, there's an outright dog. And Sis, what about you?
Texas.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sis. I'll tell you this, just because it's home. If they were on the road, I would take Louisiana and upset. I'm big with the home field. The 9 points just would scare the hell out of me. I would do your
plus the coaching.
Right. Well, that's the thing. Sarkisian's first game.
Yep.
I do like it. I will start with the next game. Interesting game. I will be watching this on one of the TVs on Saturday night. San Jose State, who is 1-0. They go to USC, and USC is a 14.5-point favorite. Now, when you look on paper, you would say, oh my God, this is a woodshed. It's USC and San Jose State. But San Jose State just isn't these pushovers, regular season game. They're a physical team. They got a quarterback that is back from last year. They won. Romped in a bowl game, won, I believe, their first conference title in a long time. I don't think they will beat USC, but if I could take 14.5 points from them, again, USC is another team I do not trust at all with points. I will take San Jose State plus the 14.5 points. Kenny.
Be the first one we agree on. I'm all over that hook in this game too. If it's 14.5, take San Jose State because it's going to probably be a 13, 14-point victory by USC. And you're going to lose by the hook. So all over San Jose State, like you, Kurt. And I can see it being like a 35-21 type game, something like that.
Sis.
Definitely San Jose State. It wouldn't shock me if they beat them outright.
Listen, I think a lot of people are undervaluing them, especially in this
Yep.
game. Like they're making it seem like USC's Alabama. I mean,
Yep.
USC has
Yep.
not shown USC. Who they almost should have lost last year opening day. Can you remember to Arizona State? This team, I know they got guys back, but this coach we talked about him last night, Helton, he's not reliable. He loses a lot of big games. I don't trust him. Joey, what about
artist. You? Yep.
I'm with the sponsor, San Jose State. What a difference 2-3 years made. What an improvement. And here it goes again. Here's a hungry team that's dangerous. This is their Super Bowl.
Yes.
USC, this is not playing San Jose State. This don't mean nothing to them.
Yep.
This is the Spartan Super Bowl. Here's another hungry team. Same thing like I was saying before about Louisiana. Hungry team going in. Hungry team always wins.
Great call.
Give me the points. I'm taking the points plus 14.5.
Let me ask you something, Joe. Could they beat them?
They can. They can because, talented-wise, USC is way better, but you might catch these teams sleeping opening day because they're not playing a marquee team.
Yep.
So you could get snake bitten today. You get the dog biting your ankles at the end.
Matt Staffiero saying USC wins the game 35-31. And Carson, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm all over this one with you guys. San Jose State with the points. I think they're going to keep it very close the whole game. But I think USC is going to win, but 14.5, I'm all over as well.
That's a lot of points. Real quick on this one, because we always pick our teams. My boys, Auburn, they are a 38.5-point favorite against Akron. I'm just going to say this. I do not believe Auburn should be a 38.5-point favorite. I think they win. I think they win comfortably, but I would take Akron with the points. Kenny.
What happened to Akron? Weren't they like average to upper average,
Yeah.
a little above average team in the MAC?
Yeah.
38.5-point underdog against Auburn, who's not predicted to win the SEC, like a middle of the road range team in the SEC. I'm with you, Kurt. I'm going to take the points with Akron. I see like a 31 to 34 point victory by Auburn.
Staffiero saying Auburn wins, Akron with the points. Carson, what about you?
Yeah, same thing. Akron with the points. Auburn's going to murder them, but not by 38.5.
Joey Clams?
I think the Zips. I don't think they're that good. They're not going to compete. And you know what? I think Auburn's quarterback is going to have a good year. This is his third year.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Auburn.
Okay.
I see them winning like 44-0, 44-7.
Kurt, after Sis's pick, I'm bringing somebody in the room. So
Okay.
just so you know.
Sis, what about you?
Mr. Nay's going to light them up. Akron's got absolutely, positively no business playing Auburn.
So you're going
Before you get to your next pick, let me bring in. I've been getting teamed up here, so I had to bring him in. Mr. Beelin's joining us
There he
from
is.
the car with his Miami colors.
Bring him on. Bring him on.
There he is.
Bring him
With his
on.
Miami colors.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm just glad I'm not going after him. It's between Sis and Beelan tonight.
Where's that Bama bum?
Talk to me after the game Saturday. I got nothing to say tonight. After the game Saturday.
You know what? I want to keep Beelan on for this, though. I want
Oh,
Beelan
we
on
just
for
lost
this one.
Beelin. He must be in a bad spot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There he is. We lost you. Say that again, John.
I said, where's that Bama bum?
I love it.
All right, let's stay. Beelan, stay with us for. Can you stay with us for a couple more picks?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Game of the week, one of the games of the year. Number 3, Clemson. Number 5, Georgia. Clemson is a 2.5-point favorite. Joey Clams, you start us off. Where are you going?
I think Georgia's a little banged up. This is a tough game. I'm going to take the Bulldogs plus the 2.5 because it's 2.5. I'm just going by why is it only 2.5? It should be 3. So I'm going to take the Bulldogs plus the 2.5.
Sis.
Georgia Bulldogs.
Beelan.
Oh man, yeah, I know Kurt's gonna love this one, but I'm going with Clemson here in the upset.
You know what, Beelan? That's why I always knew you were smart when we coached you in Little League. You were a good athlete, you were a smart kid, and you're smart here. Matt Staffiero saying Clemson, no faith in JT Daniels. Paul Rosen, Clemson. Beelan, Clemson. I'm with you. Venerables got absolutely embarrassed in that playoff game last year. He's got, I believe, 9 or 10 defensive players back. They shut down Kirby Smart again. Another big game. He will not win. Clemson, Venerables, and Dabo. I'm with you, Beelan. Carson, what about you?
Yeah, I'm going Georgia here. I mean, no Trevor Lawrence, Clemson.
Shout out, boy,
They
Carson.
seem to always figure it out, but you saw what they did when they didn't have Trevor Lawrence against Notre Dame last year. They almost lost the damn game. So I'm going to go Georgia all over this one.
Boy,
Kenny, what
Carson.
about you? You coming with me, Kenny?
Oh, we're back to going against each other here. My question is this: if Clemson wins this game, it's not a question. It's my opinion. If Clemson wins this game, they're going to go undefeated. The schedule is weak after this game, but you know what?
It's always weak.
But you know what? They're not going undefeated. They will not be the number 1 team because Georgia's beating them on Saturday.
Okay. All right.
It's the first place in Trevor Lawrence. It's my same theory as Ohio State tonight.
Kenny, their schedule's weak every year. When has it ever been hard?
Well, they got it. This is their game, so this is the game they're going to lose. They do. They play cupcakes every year.
You know what? Joey Clams,
And look what happened in the playoffs last year.
Joey Clams said it before when he said Diaz versus Nick Saban is a mismatch. I think this is a mismatch. I am not big on Kirby Smart. I'm sorry. He doesn't win big games. When does he win the big games? So You're going to put Dabo and Venables
when
against
when his kicker doesn't miss field goals.
Well, hey, recruit a better kicker. What can I tell you? That's on him too. I don't know. I'm going Clemson. Next game, LSU at 1-0 UCLA. I'm going to start this one. This is my upset special. I just am not and I'm an SEC guy, but I am just not a believer in Coach O and that team. I'm going outright upset. I am taking UCLA at home. Sis, are you with me?
All the way.
Thank you, Sis.
That's a lock. That's a lock.
Kenny, what about you? Are you with me?
No, and I'm calling you a fraud on the air, right?
Why is that?
Why is that? The SEC guy, you're rave about the SEC being the strongest conference. You got Georgia getting beaten Clemson. Okay.
Yeah.
We got UCLA beating LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the kicker, guys. John, you weren't on last night. Clams, you weren't on last night. Carson, you weren't on last night. Our college football playoff has Alabama, Clemson, okay, Oklahoma, and Iowa State. You're going to put in two Big 12 teams over an SEC team and call yourself an SEC guy?
Well, you're not going to have – everyone's going to have two
And
losses
call them
in
the
the
best
SEC.
conference in football?
I just told you. Every team –
You can't call them the best conference in football if you got two teams from the Big 12 in there.
It's only one game. It's one game. It's not the season. I don't understand your point.
The
It's one
playoffs is
game.
the season, sis. He's got two Big 12 teams in the playoff.
That I'm not going to disagree. I thought you were focusing on this UCLA game. That's
Right.
Sis, when Miami beats Bama, you're not going to say it's just one game because they're going to be done.
right.
Hey, Beelan.
Anyway, that's my prediction.
No.
LSU wins big over UCLA.
Time out. You ready?
Don't fall into the trap that they beat Hawaii.
Wait.
Beelan, this is for you, Beelan.
We're going to do this right now on air. Sis.
This is for Beelan.
I saw Beelan's new lawn. It's beautiful. It's big.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Okay.
Yep.
Here's what we're gonna do, Sis. If Miami beats Alabama, me and you, Sis, for the next month, we'll go and cut that grass. We'll cut that grass. But if Miami loses, Beelan's gonna get his ass here, and he's gonna hang up all my sports pictures, which I need.
Take that, Beelan.
Take it up, Beelan. Take it up.
We need Jenny Hoops on. Kurt doesn't even know how to cut
Hold
grass.
up, Kenny. Beelan, you taking that?
Yeah, I'll take it. Let's go.
There you go.
You're on.
All right.
There you go.
Kurt,
You know
put it
what?
down on the paper,
I'll
Kurt.
jump in on the bet too. When I come back up to New Jersey, I'll take both you guys out for dinner. Sis and Kurt. We'll invite John. The four of us will go out to dinner. Dinner will be on me. But if they win, then you guys got to take John and I out to dinner.
Absolutely. That's
Done
a
deal.
Sounds good.
All right,
There
so
you
let's
go.
get back to this game real quick. Joey Clams, where are you going? UCLA or LSU?
I would have went up to the window and bet LSU, but they got a big distraction. They had to move their practice field to Houston. They had to go on a 12-hour bus ride. But I would put them in a parlay on the money line, and I like LSU to win the game. But if they didn't have the distraction, I think they would win by 10. I still think they might. I like LSU in this game.
Okay.
Joe.
Carson, what about you?
Yeah, this game's a coin flip. LSU hasn't looked the same at all since Burrow left, and you have both their receivers that just got drafted. So I don't really know where to go here. I like Chip Kelly. I'm gonna go Bruins here. Mini upset over LSU.
Beelan, what about you?
Man, I don't know. It's either Coach O or Sis in the gym. I'm going Coach O.
And the last game, Sunday afternoon, number 9 Notre Dame at Florida State, 7.5-point favorites. Joey Clams, take us away. Where are we going? Where were you going with this one?
Boy, 7.5. It looks like everybody's going to lay with Notre Dame. I'm gonna be a sucker and lose 7.5 points with Notre Dame. I'm not going to win to the better, but if I had to pick it, I'll lay with 7.5 with Notre Dame.
You know what? I do too. I think you might see something like Florida State jumps out, gets a lead, and then again, 7.5 is really not that big of a number. I think Notre Dame, they'll run the ball with the Kid Williams. I'm going to go Notre Dame too. I don't think they blow them out, but I will do the 7.5. Beelan, what about you?
What's the over?
55.5.
Nah, I'm taking Notre Dame. That's gonna be, you take Notre Dame 7.5 and the over.
Carson.
Notre Dame with the points here.
Sis.
Really no interest in the game. I'll take Florida State with the points.
And Kenny.
I'm with Sis. I think Florida State gets the cover, and I think Notre Dame gets lucky and escapes a scare heading into their schedule. I think they're still going to have 3 to 4 losses on the season, but this isn't going to be one of them, but they escape a big scare. And I will say, I think Florida State could be the team in the ACC that gets put back on the map this year, make it to a decent bowl game. Somebody in that ACC's got to take the next step besides Clemson, Miami, and North Carolina. There's not much else there. So I think it could be Florida State getting back on the map a little bit this year. So we'll see.
Hey, real quick, did you guys see that the national VP of baseball resigned because they were trying to force him to get the shot? Stepped down.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I did not see that.
Yeah, he stepped down. I forgot his name. I was looking at the post today. Yeah, I wanted
Oh,
to
Rizzo?
Is that his name? Yeah, he said, "You're not forcing me to take any shot. I'm resigning my position." That's a hell of a statement.
Wow.
That's a hell of a statement.
All right, Kenny, we got 8 minutes. You have a couple special bets for us tonight.
Yeah, let's start with our guest Joey Clams, and then we'll go to Beelan. Give me your best bet of the week. You have a parlay best bet?
I got a best bet. I got a 3-team parlay, and I got an outright dog winner.
There he goes.
What's right now, Joe?
My best bet is Cincinnati minus 22.5 points. They're bringing everybody back. They're strong on every part of the field, on the line, quarterback, special teams, coach. Cincinnati's going to win this game by like 45 points. That's my best bet. My 3-team parlay is BYU minus 12, Iowa minus 2.5, and Texas Tech on the money line. 3-team parlay. And my outright dog winner is UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio, the Roadrunners.
They're playing
Love it.
Illinois, right, Joey?
They're playing Illinois. Illinois got outplayed last week. Nebraska shot themselves in the foot. I'm taking the points, but that's my outright dog winner at home. The Roadrunners of UTSA.
You heard it first from Joey Clams.
There you go.
John, off the top of your head, you got any best bets this week?
Me?
I know you just came on. Anything?
Yeah, I have a big hammer tonight. Actually, I got Delaware straight up and against Maine, and who's Boise State playing tonight?
UCF.
So I took I think Boise State. Who's the favorite?
UCF.
I took UCF with the points and Delaware straight up.
Okay.
All right. So then I got, for the 4 of us, I got a special parlay, special bets for each of us. We'll start with Sis, his famous lock of the week.
Illinois.
Going against Joey Clams.
Wow.
Illinois is his lock of the week. Points or money line?
Money line.
Okay.
So you're putting up 280 to win 100.
Yeah. They got a great coach. That guy was on the Belichick. He's a great coach.
Okay.
They look good. They look good too.
This is laying the wood for money line there. And then Carson, we call him the money man. I want a $100 money line Got to be on the money line.
Oh boy.
Money man's money line play.
Tonight.
You're on the
Tonight,
spot,
Delaware
Carson.
Blue Hens.
Yeah, why not? I'll go with Beelan's Delaware. Why not? Go with Delaware.
All right. And then I got nicknamed the Fraud Slayer last year. So I am going to pick a fraud favorite of the week in the top 10. And we all know where I'm going.
Yep.
Frauds of the week are the Alabama Crimson Tide. 19. Let's go, Hurricanes.
Wow.
You better shut your phone off Saturday.
And then we save the best for last. Kurt's crazy $1 parlay of the week.
All right. Well, I was gonna do a $10 parlay.
All right, you know how much it's going to pay? It's going to pay $20,000.
No.
These are people that don't let in the bookies don't take bets from.
It's a little $10 bet. It's a $10 bet to throw some money, watch some games. I'm going NC State money line, Ohio State money line, Ole Miss money line, Clemson money line, Florida money line, Texas money line, Iowa, Bama, Oregon, Wisconsin, Oklahoma, all money lines. I'm taking Cincinnati minus 22.5, San Jose State plus 14.5, and UCLA plus 2.5. 10 to win 564. So if you put $20, you got yourself about $1,100 parlay.
You're laying 22 points?
22 with Cincinnati.
Wow. I mean, it's going to snow tonight.
Then, Sis, you got an underdog of the week?
Yeah. The Georgia Bulldogs.
There you go.
Kurt?
UCLA Bruins.
Okay. I'm going tonight. Carson sold me on this. I'm going to Minnesota Gophers.
Upsetting the Buckeyes, man.
And then Carson, that's where you're going?
Yeah, I'm going there too. Absolutely.
Anybody else got any parlays they want to throw out?
Yeah, I got a two-teamer.
Okay.
Wisconsin and Duke. And my three-teamer is Illinois money line, UCLA money line, and then I think it's Monday night, Ole Miss and Mr. Kippen money line. That's my three-team parlay.
I got a two-teamer and a three. I got two two-teamers and a three-teamer. I got tonight UCF minus 6.5, Minnesota plus 14. My other two-team parlay is Saturday. I got LSU getting 2.5 or giving 2.5, and Georgia getting 2.5. And then my three-teamer is going to be Indiana plus 3.5, North Carolina minus 5.5. Wisconsin minus 5.5. You got anything else, Kurt? Are you good? Carson?
My other thing is don't overthink it. Go to 330. Put the money on like it says 18.5, 19. Joey Clams says it's going to be 21. Whatever it is, throw the money on the red Alabama team. They're going to run Miami right out of that building.
John, when Miami wins on Saturday, you pick the restaurant you want Sis and Kurt to treat us to.
Yeah, I heard that last year about Ohio State from you too. Yep.
John, real quick, John, I need bring your drill. I need a couple mollies. I got all the screws and nails. I just need mollies and the drill, and we're good.
I got a total for you guys.
What do you got?
I hope in Miami wins you have earmuffs because I'm gonna be outside with blowhorns.
John,
Hey, you're
I
gonna be around by 7:30.
John, I like fried
right?
calamari for an appetizer.
Oh, hey, raw! Come on, sis, raw.
Wait,
Hey,
Joe's
John,
got
you
a
know we
total.
got our draft tonight, right?
Yeah, I do.
Kenny,
number two pick.
Joey's got a total. Kenny, what's Joey's total?
I got under 61 in the Duke game. Under the 61 in Duke.
That's a good one. I like that.
Anybody real quick? We got a minute left. The big games, Georgia, Clemson, 50.5. Over unders. What do you guys like in that?
Over.
Over.
Over a high scoring game.
Yeah, over.
70 points.
Over.
Okay. Kenny, I think that's it for week one.
Wait, Kurt, you going over or under in that game?
I'm going over too.
Over.
Over
But you got such a
56
good
in the
defense,
East
Clemson.
Carolina game tonight.
Clemson's defense is so good.
Well, that's still a lot of points, though. I mean, 20,
I'm still with you.
I would still go over. I wouldn't touch it. I don't like over-unders. I don't.
Carson, maybe you'll get your shirt for a Christmas present.
There you go. I'm looking forward to it in my stocking.
Kurt, one thing I wanted to tell you. Tomorrow I get some late moves on some totals, so I'll text them to you. You put them, I guess, on the site
Absolutely,
for people to take
we
a
will.
look at.
Absolutely.
All right. I get great totals moves on Friday.
Absolutely. Kenny.
Let's do closing thoughts real quick.
Go ahead.
John, closing thoughts. Thanks for coming on with us late. Give us a Miami closing thought.
Let me see. Miami's going to beat Bama. Let's go.
I'll go next. I'm going to echo that. And Sis will be like, you guys were right. And
Yeah.
we'll let you wear the hat, Sis. We'll let you wear the hat.
No. The bet is if Miami beats us, I'll never wear his hat again. That's how sure I am. I'll wear the hat again. Okay.
This is what I'm going to do. When Miami beats Bama, I'm going to make a picture of Sis' face. He's going to be crying in it, and I'm going to make T-shirts.
Okay. Fair enough.
Joey Clams, final thoughts.
Cincinnati won their conference last year, went undefeated and couldn't get into the playoffs. They got a chip on their shoulder. They're going to roll over everybody. They got a point to prove. Let's go. Cincy.
And Sis, we'll go to you next.
I want to know where Bielen's beautiful kids are. That's my closing remarks. He looks like he's walking around somewhere down north.
We lost him in the store. He must have made it in the store. And Carson, final thoughts and promote where we can catch you at again this weekend.
Yeah, college football's back. What a time to be alive. One of the most exciting times of the year. I still think my best bet is Wisconsin 5.5 all day over Penn State. And yeah, if you guys want to catch me in all your gambling casino needs, YouTube Ticket Time, we do highlight videos over there. And if you want to catch me live over on Twitch, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, 8:30 Eastern time.
Kurt, you get the final word tonight.
Final
We
word
changed
is,
it up
hey,
a little
it's
bit.
college football season, baby. Enjoy the games. Let's go. And everybody enjoy, win some money. And we got 28 minutes to our fantasy football draft. So let's go.
Good luck
Joey,
in the draft,
thanks
guys.
again for joining us tonight. Looking forward to seeing you each week. Always a pleasure. And
It's post time.
Let's go.
Yes,
do
it
some
is.
Trash
Yes,
talking
it
in the fantasy football league.
Have a
boys.
good night.
Yeah.